worries tonight about the fear of another terror attack surrounding the anniversary. It surrounds the anniversary of the September 11th attacks. And New York City Police Commissioner Ray Kelly joins us now by phone. Commissioner, we know you're very busy right now, so we want to thank you up front for joining us. What's the status of this terror threat?
Well, it's still ongoing. Nothing significant has changed. The threat has been identified as being credible and specific and non-corroborated or uncorroborated, and that's pretty much where it stands. And we have taken this threat seriously, obviously, because it coincides with the 10th anniversary, and we know that Osama bin Laden, at least in the notes that were found after the SEALs eliminated him, spoke about doing something on or near this anniversary. As a matter of fact, the notes were actually showed that there was one discussion or treatment of this issue prior to 9/11/2010. So we have to take all threats seriously, but this one in particular.
So listen, I know you can't talk too much about the investigation. Obviously, you don't want to tip people off. But so far, though, you haven't found anyone, any of the three men. Nothing has been uncovered so far. Basically, you're just on alert, and you want people to be vigilant as well.
That's correct. The mayor said the other night, we asked the public to go about what they're normally going to do, but to be vigilant, to look at their world through the prism of September 11th. Everyone's world changed, and we say if there's anything out of the ordinary, anything suspicious, please give us a call. In New York, that's 311 for non-emergencies and 911 for emergencies.
Listen, can you tell us anything about, we heard earlier about the possibility of stolen trucks and some suspects. Is there anything credible about that?
Well, there were some stolen trucks. There was one truck, a Budget Econoline, that was stolen in Jersey City a few days ago, and obviously in an area the size of the metropolitan area, probably a population of close to 20 million people, we have vehicles stolen every day. But in this instance, the thieves took special precautions not to be seen, not to be detected. They disconnected all of the alarms, took the DVD out of the recording devices, and it struck the investigators in Jersey City as being particularly unusual, and a lot of care shown in making certain that they weren't identified. So that vehicle is still out there. We obviously have a plate number, and we're looking for that vehicle. There were two other trucks that were stolen on September 1st and 2nd. These belong to a construction company that does work at the World Trade Center site, and they had about $70,000 worth of tools in it, collectively, these two trucks. So, most likely they were stolen for the tools. That's a lot of money for tools, but in an abundance of caution, we are certainly looking in a much more intense way for these vehicles. But there's nothing at this time other than what I told you that would tie them into this threat.
And people may try to put two and two together, Commissioner. You hear three suspects, three trucks stolen. But again, for our viewers, you don't believe it has anything to do with terrorism, and you don't think the suspects are connected to the stolen trucks?
Well, we're not ruling it out, but there's nothing, of significance right now that would connect these thefts to the threat that we're facing.
New York City Police Commissioner Raymond Kelly, thank you so much for taking time out on a busy night.